Alrighty, hey guys, and welcome to my easy solo money guide for GTA 5 Online. Finger guns. I want to stress right now that I said easy, not fun. I just want to make it really clear right now that if you do this for extended periods of time, you will not have any fun. It's very effective, but it is not fun. That being said, grinding in GTA 5 just doesn't seem to be something that's all that fun, at least the way I do it, so maybe I'm doing something wrong. If anyone wants to point that out for me, please feel free to tell me. But anyway, this grinder's guide, you should be making around, well, at least $300,000 per hour. For this process, you will need several things, and you will probably want to use certain things as well as bonuses. These recommended items are not required, but they will make your life a hell of a lot easier. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, let's get on with the needs. First of all, you'll need a terabyte. A terabyte costs $1.3 million, if I remember correctly. I get that's expensive, but the price is worth it in the end because the terabyte is a very useful money-making tool. Considering how effective this money-making system is, it will be worth it. You can probably make back that amount of money in a day. Actually, you can easily make back that amount of money in a day, so it's worth it in my opinion. The terabyte will also need to be installed with a drone station, which costs around 800 grand, which I get is also expensive, but like I said, it is worth it. You'll need to be registered as a SecureServe VIP or CEO. To become a SecureServe VIP, you need at least 50 grand in your bank account, and then you can just become one from the interaction menu. And a CEO, you need to own an organization, but either will work just as well as the other. Onto the recommendations for this grinder's guide. You will need a flying vehicle. Due to certain methods we'll be using in this video, you will need to travel around a lot, and I mean a lot, and you're probably gonna need to travel quite far in certain circumstances. For when I was recording this video, I think I got pretty lucky overall because everything I needed to do was in Los Santos and just outside of Los Santos, but if you're unlucky, you can end up needing to go down to Paleto Bay and everything. So I really recommend you get a flying vehicle. I know this is going to be controversial, but my vehicle of choice is the Oppressor Mark II. Now, I get there's a huge stigma around griefers and shit about it, but it is very effective. The reason I like it is because it can be heavily weaponized. I use the explosive machine gun, which is very useful for what I do. It goes really fast. Like, if I remember correctly, you can go from Paleto Bay to Los Santos in around 4 minutes, which I'd say is pretty fast. And you can land it pretty much anywhere. That's the main thing about it. You can land it pretty much anywhere, and it can be used as your personal vehicle, so you can just call it in whenever. However, I understand it's a pretty expensive investment, so if you are unable to get a flying vehicle such as an Oppressor Mark II, you need a land vehicle. I do recommend one that is capable of going both fast and off-road, and I'm not going to say it's necessary because it's not, but seriously, make sure it has bulletproof tires. Seriously, you'll understand why in a bit. And last but not least, an automatic shotgun. I think it's actually called the combat shotgun. The combat shotgun isn't exactly necessary to what we're doing, but it is really helpful, and I really recommend you get it if you can. I think it's like maybe between 15 and 20 grand, so it's not that expensive in the grand scheme of things, so I really recommend it. Anyway, down to business. Time to get rich. In this guide, you'll be using two types of jobs to make money. You'll be using CEO work, and you will be using client jobs. CEO work is triggered from the interaction menu, and client work is triggered from your terabyte. Just a heads up in case any of you don't know how to use those. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the terabyte and trigger the client job robbery in progress. Basically, robbery in progress is a mission that you trigger from the terabyte's control panel. How you hack into the security camera feed across Los Santos and find a bank robbery in progress. Basically, just make your way to the mission marker. There'll be a guy with a minigun outside. What I do is either, if you can, blow him up with your vehicle, because I use the explosive machine gun on the oppressor. If that's not an option, however, I do recommend you just try and sticky bomb him from a distance, or you can shoot him from an assault rifle from a distance. Do not try and shoot him with a shotgun, because if you do, you will be in close enough range for him to accurately hit you with the minigun and you'll probably get destroyed. But with an assault rifle, he pretty much always seems to miss if you use just like a moderate amount of cover. Once he's dead, there's two types of banks. There's the Fleeker banks, and then there's the Pacific Standard Bank. In the Pacific Standard Bank, which there is only one of, there will be two bank robbers standing near each other. It's pretty easy, just rush in with the shotgun and kill them both, and it'll be over before you know it. However, with the Fleeker banks, there will be a man standing in the front lobby that you will need to shoot, and then you will need to go into the back area of the bank and kill the next guy, who will have the money that you will need. Then, basically, just get out there. Police will begin to swarm, so be careful. But you just get in your vehicle and make your escape. For those of you who have completed the Doomsday Heist, this will be free. But basically, call Lester and get rid of that wanted level, because it just makes it slightly easier. It doesn't really affect people who have air vehicles, but if you don't have air vehicles, it will be a big help to you. So it only costs like $500 per use, I think, though it does have a cooldown. But for all intents and purposes of this video, that will be fine, because the cooldown will never interact with each other, because the missions will be spread apart. And basically, once you've lost the cops, deliver the package and you will have made yourself an easy 30 grand. Now, you start the VIP work, Sightseer. Basically, in Sightseer, you have to collect 3 different packages, which are locked behind 3 different minigames. The minigames are not hard. They normally come down to your ability to spot numbers in patterns or just get good timing. They're basically like quick time events almost, except it's a little bit more in depth than that, but you get the idea. You complete one of the minigames, then you collect a passage, then you do a minigame, then you collect another package, then you do a minigame, then you collect another package, and then the mission's over. That'll earn you an easy 20k, and then you can head back to the Terabyte for the next part of the process. Remember to regularly bank your money, because if you don't, you run the risk of losing it when you get killed by other players, and since you will be grinding, there is a high possibility that other players will come for you. Once you're back at your Terabyte, start the client job diamond shopping. Basically, drive your Terabyte to Vangelicos, then you will be prompted to get into the drone station in the back of your Terabyte. Don't go into the drone station, just get out and just go straight into the store, kill all of the guards, and steal the briefcase. Then call Lester and drop the package off. The reason you do this is because basically doing the drone section just takes a lot of time, and it basically does not do anything at all. It really just slows you down. It's not worth it at all. But once you've completed that mission, that'll be another easy 30 grand, so that's pretty good. Then here's where the process gets slightly painful. After my first time doing this mission, I learnt my lesson and I did not make the same mistake again. Basically, what you do is you start the VIP work, Hostile Takeover. It'll ask where you want to start the mission and choose LSIA. I mean, you can choose somewhere else, but I find that LSIA is always pretty close to where I need to be, so... But if somewhere else works for you, then go ahead, though. I saw an option like the Altruist Camp, which if I'm correct is on Mount Chiliad, so some locations are obviously going to be better than others for what you're doing here. Basically, once you arrive at the airport, you'll be prompted to enter a hangar, and there will be 2 cars and a bunch of men meeting. You will want to kill said men and steal their package. However, this is only just where the fun begins. First of all, you'll need to kill the men, and they have pinpoint accuracy from like nearly 50 meters away, and if that's not bad enough, there's a lot of them and you don't have much cover. So what I used to do before I had my oppressor is just shoot them with a grenade launcher, blow all their cars up, and then that should normally kill all of them. And then I would head in. Now that I've got the oppressor, I just shoot them all with the explosive machine gun, destroys their cars, and they all die pretty quickly. If you aren't capable of using a vehicle, then you're going to need to go in, kill them by hand, and then get the fuck out of there with that briefcase. However, it's not going to be as easy. Basically, now there's two methods you can take. One, a Titan, a huge cargo plane, always spawns in the hangar that you can try and escape with. If you can get in and away from the police before the police shoot you out through the window, then it's smooth sailing, you'll be fine. But, earlier you will have noticed that I made a pretty big point of getting bulletproof tires on your car, because you instantly get a 4-star wanted level as soon as you attack the men inside the hangar, and you need to make it to the other side of Los Santos to drop off this package. And I died so many fucking times in this mission. Seriously, I don't know if I'm just terrible at the game or if it's just because of what I think it was. And what I think it was is the fact that I didn't have bulletproof tires. So when I was trying to escape from the police, they shot out my tires, I had to ditch the vehicle, and then they all killed me. And they fucking swarm you. At any one time, you will have like fucking 83 fucking trillion SWAT vans just fucking crawling out of Satan's asshole to attack you. So seriously, get bulletproof tires. If you do not get bulletproof tires, then you are fucking lost, because hey, maybe I'm just terrible at the game, but maybe it's really easy to do without bulletproof tires. But after my first attempt at that mission, I learned my lesson and I bought bulletproof tires straight away after. The good news is, once you have delivered the package, you instantly lose your wanted level, and for that, you get paid 15,000. This mission is probably interchangeable with things like Headhunter. I find I have even more difficulty with Headhunter. I don't know, I'm just terrible at combat in this game, so yeah, don't at me. Like before, remember to bank your cash, or you could end up regretting it because rival players will try and attack you. It is GTA, so it will happen eventually. And now, return to your terabyte and start the client job targeted data. Basically, what you do is you drive your terabyte to Life Invader headquarters, and you fly your drone in, hack 2 computers, and then it gives you the location of a target that you need to assassinate. I find this to be the easiest mission in the entire guide, because it's basically just go here, go there, kill this guy, and yeah. And he's only ever surrounded by 3 or 4 guards, I think, maybe more, and they're all pretty easy to take care of, and if you kill him before you kill them, they all basically instantly become passive, so yeah, it's fine. And for that mission, you'll get an easy 30 grand. Then, to finish off the system, you're going to do Sightseer again. Same process as last time, and you'll get another easy 20k. And that wraps up basically my 6-part Grinder's Guide. You'll have noticed this makes you only like 150 grand. But you'll have noticed that, and once you get good at it, this should take you only like 30 minutes, so you can do this over and over again. I get this can be really tedious, believe me, I know. This is my main method of making money, and it's really effective, really easy, but goddamn, is it fucking tedious. Now, I just want to make a recommendation. If you own businesses, you could probably buy stock for them and then have that cook while you're doing your missions. That way, when you finish the process, you can sell that for even more money. I would just like to make a point that depending on what type of vehicle you use, times will vary on this. If you have to use a land vehicle, this will probably take you quite a bit longer, like 45 minutes at the max. But you are still making a lot of money in roughly the same amount of time, and as you go on, it'll only improve, so I guess it's a learning process for you. But anyway, that concludes my guide on how to get rich fast in GTA Online. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. I'll see you later.